New Year means brand new plans for BTS, and with each passing year, we get to learn new things about our Bangtan boys. The year 2021 is no different. The year has barely started for many of us, but we're already enjoying brand new content from RM, thanks to his first V-Live of the year. Not to mention, a new musical unit, DTS, owned by RM, is in town. So, to talk about DTS amongst other things, we're rounding up all the new things we have learned about RM in 2021, so far at least. Number 1. Arianator RM. Like it or not, but the leader of the biggest boy band in the world is a huge Arianator, and he isn't shying away from his legit music preferences. Ariana Grande is a huge name in the current pop scene and has released back-to-back critically acclaimed albums. We mean, if you still haven't bopped to NASA or Ghostin' from Thank You Next, what exactly are you doing with your life? The God is a Woman singer shockingly released her 6th studio album, Positions, in October 2020. And let's just say RM is obsessed ever since. Not too long ago, RM revealed that even though he loves listening to rap music, it kinda gets exhausting for him, which, believe it or not, makes a lot of sense. Imagine listening to Damn by Kendrick Lamar on a loop. Yeah, the entire album slaps, but at a certain point, pretty sure the pop-infused sound of Positions or Sweetener are pretty refreshing. Not to mention, Ariana Grande makes the majority of RM's workout playlist as of now. According to the man himself, he doesn't only love Ariana's impressive vocal range, but he also admires the unique pop sound she has. Other than Ariana Grande, RM is also into The Weeknd and Oasis. Talk about polar opposites. Number 2. RM's workout routine. New Year means a new fitness routine for RM, and this time he's changing things here and there. There's no doubt that RM, as well as the other members of BTS, stick to a strict fitness routine, intense workouts, and of course, quite challenging diets. But every time, they are always open to change their routine to meet new goals. Like Jungkook, RM also talked about his workout methods and fitness routine in his latest V-Live session. And if you're looking to follow a routine, this one isn't gonna be easy. We mean, have you seen RM lately? His physique has changed drastically for good. And there are reasons why he inspired the personal trainer RM meme on Twitter and Weverse. But here's something that's gonna surprise you. A buffed up look isn't RM's goal at all. Even though he's working out 4 to 5 times a week since the past 6 months or so, the change in physique isn't exactly drastic for him. The only reason he's sticking to such a challenging routine is to boost his stamina for intense dance routines. As RM said, and we quote, "I want to be able to dance more powerfully. That's why I started to work out." But of course, sticking to a tough routine is bound to produce results. For example, in July 2020, RM could only manage 2 pull-ups at the most, but now he can go as high as 20 pull-ups. So there's that. He also tried out a carb cycling diet, but could only carry it for about a month or so. Finally, something that we can all relate to, right? Number 3. 5 Jungkooks or 5-year-old Jungkook. If you're an ARMY who still hasn't made up your mind about the famous Jungkook dilemma or the Jungkook problem, maybe RM's reasoning will help you reach a conclusion. The first fandom question of 2021 is quite a confusing one, so it isn't easy to choose one option. Well, of course, we're talking about the famous 5 Jungkooks or 5-year-old Jungkook question. While we know that most of the ARMYs chose 5 Jungkooks in a heartbeat because, why not? 5 Jungkooks would be a proper blessing to the world, and imagine how many of us can meet him at different places at once. Of course, there are more logical reasons to choose 5 Jungkooks. For example, Suga chose 5 Jungkooks because they would have a greater value of money for the band. Can't argue with that logic now, can we? On the other hand, Jimin chose a 5-year-old Jungkook because even 5 Jungkooks won't complete their task and would just disappear whenever there's something to be done. So 5 Jungkooks aren't worth the trouble for Jimin, at least. RM probably had the sweetest and endearing response to this question. He, like any normal ARMY, chose 5 Jungkooks, but not for the reason you think. He isn't interested in a greater value of money or getting the work done. He chose 5 Jungkooks because all of them can harmonize beautifully for BTS, and it would be such a to listen to that melodious sound. Imagine 5 Jungkooks singing Jungkook's solo part from On. Don't know about you guys, but it sounds like a dream. So we're totally on RM's team for this one. Number 4. Jin's bad jokes versus Jin's acrostic poems. RM is honestly defining the start of New Year by making really hard-hitting choices. And the year has just started. We all know that other than being the worldwide handsome for BTS and the entire universe, basically, as far as all the boys of BTS are concerned, I think we can all agree that Jin is the hero of all the legendary jokes and acrostic poems. There's no doubt that both are enough to make any situation super hilarious, but sometimes Jin's joke can easily take over his spontaneous poetry. And seems like RM also agrees. During his first V-Live of the year 2021, a fan asked him to choose between Jin's jokes or his on-the-spot acrostic poems. Well, the decision is quite a challenging one, but RM knows Jin's hilarious capabilities on quite a personal level. So RM didn't take much time to choose Jin's jokes as the ultimate winner. But he also made sure to tell us that even when Jin's jokes are funny, they are quite terrible and bad. Regardless, they never fail to make us laugh, so it's a win-win situation. If you want to see a recent three-liner or acrostic poem from Jin, make sure to watch the 131st episode of Run BTS. Number 5. God of Destruction 2021. Other than being the rap king and the designated world's president, RM is also the god of destruction in BTS. Yep, anything that RM chooses to touch, it either turns into gold or nothing at all. And you would believe that the New Year, New Me principle would somehow apply to RM as well, but it's quite far from the truth. Seems like the tendency to destroy everything is just a fixed part of RM's existence. And we actually don't mind at all. And the first thing that RM destroyed in the new year is his famous snow scooper. Yep, you must have seen those scoopers on Instagram that mold snow in the shape of ducks. RM got his hands on the same scooper and he thought of it as the perfect opportunity to launch a musical unit of his own called the Daktan Sonyeondan, which is a clever play on RM's band that we know as BTS. As his first Instagram post, RM posted a picture of 7 snow ducks that he made using the famous snow scoopers. Now, number 7 is quite legendary because BTS has 7 members, and they also celebrated their 7th anniversary in 2020. As expected, this heartfelt gesture by RM was loved by the fans all over the world, and within seconds, the post went viral on Twitter and Weverse. ARMYs even went ahead to create their own tributes to the new musical sensations Daktan Sonyeondan or DTS, using the same snow scooper. Now you'd think that RM has kept the scoopers safely with him for future tributes to DTS, but that's not gonna happen soon. During the first ever V-Live of the year, RM was asked about the well-being of his special snow scooper. And you guessed it, RM has officially destroyed the maker of DTS. Honestly, at this point, we're not even surprised. Number 6. Maknae Yoongi. If you can't sleep at night because you're wondering if RM would choose a Maknae Yoongi or Taehyung as the leader of BTS, let's just say you're gonna have a peaceful sleep tonight. It's not a surprise to anyone that RM chose Maknae Yoongi in a heartbeat. Taehyung as the leader of BTS isn't a bad idea at all, but imagine the chaos. But you should also consider that Maknae Yoongi can get whinier than usual. Either way, to watch Suga as the Maknae of the group would be super fun. So for this question, RM has our full support. And that's all from us today, folks. Which of these new facts about RM caught you off guard? Let us know in the comments down below. We hope you enjoyed this video, so don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bells so you don't miss any videos from us. Until next time, ARMYs.